Okay, yeah, we're missing a lot of respawns. Do you think our game is like revving up for a big old great one or something? Oh, great one! That moment right there will go down as one of my favorite moments I've ever had in Call of the Wild. Everything that was leading up to it, all of the stuff we got throughout the day, and the fact that our respawns have been consistent the entire time until that very last run, where I went to every single zone and had absolutely nothing. It was just such a perfect little chain of events to lead to one of my favorite moments of all time. And that right there marks kill number 1 of grind number 2 for the great one Fallow deer. I still can't believe that I'm able to say that on the second day of this update being released. We tried very hard in early access to go for a great one Fallow deer and just did not succeed after 1,700 kills. We get to this live build and we get it the very first day after an 11-hour stream and 428 kills. And today we're going to go over all of the different places that I've been able to find fallow deer and kind of talk about my grind and what I'm doing. And of course we will show the great one that we ended up getting, as well as talking about exactly what I've been doing with this grind and showing you guys a bit of a guide along the way of how we were able to get this thing, and also just what I've been doing with my zones, because the fallow deer are very unique. They're definitely quite different than any other species that I've ever grinded before. So as we walk up to this fallow deer right here, let's go ahead and talk about the different zones that I've been able to find. I've actually found 35 zones at this point, I believe. Maybe it's 34. It's one of those. And then I've also got like 4 or 5 different places that I've seen fallow deer at one point during this grind, but they're no longer there. So this is going to be the map that you're looking at right now. All of the red dots are the zones that I currently have, and all the yellow ones are places where I've seen fallow deer, but currently don't have them because it was solos bouncing between those zones. And one of the biggest tips I can give you if you are starting a fallow deer grind, doesn't matter what grinding method you're using, doesn't matter if you're shooting everything, or if you're doing herd management, or whatever way you may be grinding, if you are trying to hunt the fallow deer great one, the solo males are going to be the toughest part. They are very uncooperative. And that is a big fallow deer right there with the brand new white fur type. Let's go ahead and take that guy down before he turns away. Beautiful. I would like to get him as well, but he is running away, so that's whatever. We'll leave him. I think what I would recommend doing with the fallow grind when you first start is focus on those solos first. Now, if you're not doing herd management, what you're probably going to want to do is either shoot all the level 4 solos that are along the coastline and the river and the different lakes, or just completely ignore them, because the solos are going to be your biggest problem. They move around the map constantly. I mean, I spent the first like 4, maybe 5 hours of the stream just combing this coast right here because it had so many different solo males for me. And it was really difficult to get them to go down to level 2s or 3s. They just kept coming back as 4s. So I found that the coastline with all the solos is probably going to be the toughest part of this grind. Whether you're using HM or if you're not, it's still going to be the pain point. And occasionally I have seen a lot of people, including myself, have a bunch of solos show up at this lake right here. So these areas down here seem to get a lot of the solos. Now, one thing that was a little bit different about the lake we're currently at is I've been shooting the solos here and they always come back. I've got a bunch of solos that kind of bounce between all these zones, but they always come back to this lake. I don't know if that's just me or if it's kind of the same way for everybody, but it definitely seems like the solos over here are a bit more consistent, so you can probably shoot these ones, but anything that's in like the lower half of the map, it's pretty, I guess, hit or miss on where they're going to go. Something you will notice with fallow deer early on is even the ones that appear to be in herds will sometimes just not return to the same herd. I've noticed fallow deer are incredibly weird and inconsistent to start with, and that seems to be kind of the same across all species, but it seems even worse with fallow deer. They are very reminiscent of the moose grind in terms of consistency at the beginning of a grind. But after a couple hundred kills, you will start to see some of them sink into their permanent zones and become a little bit more consistent, as I finally have with this grind right here. This lake is to a point where most of the ones that are in the herd actually do always come back to the same herd. So it does get consistent, but it takes a few hundred kills to get there. I also 100% recommend that if you do not want to track animals and you want to speed things up a little bit, use the 300 Magnum when shooting your zones, or when you're shooting your bucks out of your zone, because, I mean, it drops them on the spot, and the fallow deer give you enough time to get 2 shots off, provided they're in the open, unlike that guy. Using the 300 will not get you full score, but it does ensure that you're not going to have to track them nearly as far if you make a bad shot, and on a grind, that can be very valuable. It definitely will save you a ton of time. And the last thing that I have noticed with the fallow deer grind is that killing females does not seem to be as big of a deal as it is with whitetail. If you kill a whitetail doe, there's a good chance that she's either going to merge with some of the bucks you had shot and create a brand new herd somewhere that you may not even know where it is, or they could just end up swapping. But with the fallow deer, I've found that either they just respawn in the same zone, or you end up getting a buck to swap with a doe. So it's not nearly as detrimental to your grind if you kill a doe with the fallow deer grind. And that is all of the stuff that I kind of learned about the fallow deer, especially here on Tiabaroa, during our first 11-hour stream. That's right, we streamed 11 hours yesterday to get that great one. If you guys have not seen it, that is still here on the channel, so go check it out if you want to see like exactly how things went down. Though I imagine not many of you want to watch an 11-hour stream, but if it's there if you want to see kind of how everything went down from start to finish. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into some of the highlights from that 11-hour stream. We ended up getting quite a few diamonds. Unfortunately, no rares, but we did eventually end it with a great one, so that kind of made up for the no rares. So let's jump straight into it. All the highlights from that 11-hour live stream, including the great one. This is where one of our 5s is. Honestly, it's a pretty bad zone for a 5. I probably should kill it. In fact, yeah. Probably should kill this 5. It's not exactly in a zone that we need it to be in, so let's smoke it. We need to leave 5s in the good zones, and we need to get low levels in the bad zones. That's got to be one of the riskiest shots I've took. That could have easily gone terrible. I believe it's guaranteed diamond because, well, probably not guaranteed, but this is a diamond rack. It's got the tines that kind of flare backwards. Let's see. That's our first diamond of the grind. 253.38. Beautiful. Beautiful, man. That guy's the biggest, I think. We'll pop him. Let's get this one down, though. Iron 300 meter on a hog deer. Jeez, dude, that's a crazy shot. Oh my gosh, that was a diamond 4. That was a diamond level 4. We got a chocolate diamond. That was a diamond level 4, dude. See what I mean? It's really difficult to tell which one of these are diamond and which one are the 230s rack. They're so similar. That's crazy. We got a diamond level 4. Holy, bro. That's the best diamond of the day. Let's see if it is. Level 5, number 1 on the ground. Get anything good yet? Yeah, we've got a lot of level 5s today, including this beauty right here that's probably going to make it. I think this has a very high chance of making it. It's got the tines that kind of flare backwards. Usually this rack is low 250s. 251. We got a chocolate diamond. Let's go. Chocolate diamond fallow deer. You love to see it. This is the biggest 5 on the map right now. Look at that. 256 minimum estimate. There he is. Let's claim this one right here. What's this going to be? Is this our first 270 plus? Can they even exist anymore? We don't know. We don't know if 270s are a thing anymore. Oh, they are! Oh my gosh, 270! Let's go! They still exist! Yes! Well, we just confirmed it. 270 fallow still exist. Okay, yeah, we're missing a lot of, respawns. Do you think our game is like revving up for a big old great one or something? Oh, great one! Yes! Woo! Yes! 428! 428! Oh! Oh! Oh my gosh! Yes! Holy! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, it's Fabled Golden! Oh my gosh! Yes! Day one, great one! Oh my gosh! Guys, let's go! Let's go! Oh my gosh, I gotta notify the Discord. Look at that beautiful beast! Oh my gosh! Let's go! Let's go! Mildly unexpected? I know, right? There it is, guys. Fabled Golden with the spoon paddle Mickey rack. Oh my gosh. We're gonna use the 22-250 because it's a brand new gun. Holy. Yeah, Clay Drew, we got it. We got it, Clay Drew. Oh my gosh. I want to get up close and get some pictures before we kill it, of course. So let's get the 22-250 ready. Overall, guys, I think fallow deer might be the lowest average kill count to get one. I've been seeing a lot of people getting them today. I think iBuy's early access grind was just an unlucky grind, and so was mine, because those were both like 1,700 and 2275, and I didn't even get mine in early access. This was 428 kills, and I've been seeing a lot of people getting them sub 300 today. I think fallow deer are going to be very similar to moose and be like 500 to 1,500 on average. I think they're going to be like a moose, which means they'll be easier than whitetail because they spawn more reliably than moose do. Respawns are a lot more reliable. They're easier to kill than a moose. There's more of them in one area typically than a moose. I do think this might be the easiest great one in the game. Let's hope he doesn't spook when I do this. The whitetail are pretty dumb, so I'm assuming fallow might be too. My gosh, it sucks the tents in the picture. Are you guys ready for this? We're going to run up to it and try to snap a couple pics up close. Because I don't want the tent in there. He's like, excuse me, man? Oh, that was such a good picture. That was such a good picture. Oh my gosh. Oh, that was the perfect picture. Here we go. Let's get him down. Down he goes. Great one, fallow, going down. Holy. Holy, man, we got him. Great one, fallow deer on the ground. I'm not going to take any pictures of him dead. Oh, beautiful. 282, that is a great one. Oh my gosh. Holy, they look so crazy. Look how fluffy he is too. He's a fluffy boy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he's super fluffy, man. I love how fluffy they look. He's fluffy and chonky. I think they did a really good job with these things. This is definitely my favorite great one they've ever released. The fallow deer is just so good. With us adding our first fallow great one to our lodge, we ran into a bit of an issue and decided that the Spring Creek Manor was no longer good enough for a Great One Lodge. So, I bring you Great One Lodge V2, including all of our super rares and great ones that we have got along the grind. And then all the other mounts I've just scattered random whitetail, bear, and moose that we got along our grinds. If you guys are not familiar with the channel, we have killed over 75,000 animals amongst all Great One species. And we'll kind of scroll past all of our grinds right here if you guys want to pause it and take a look at them. For those of you that may not have joined the channel until recently, we've done a lot of grinding, and the majority of them are on live stream here on the channel, so if you want to ever go back and see how we grinded a specific species, you can do so just by heading to the live stream tab and scrolling down till you find a thumbnail with the animal that you're looking for, because we've done grinds for pretty much everything, and we've been doing them for years at this point, or yeah, a couple years at this point, so things have been pretty wild over the years, but this was definitely the craziest moment we've ever had on a Great One grind. Getting this guy first day, and immediately knowing that it was a great one when you saw those antlers poking up over the grass was just such a cool moment, especially with how I led up to it, and I was like, man, this is just a really weird run. There's none of our respawns in their zones, and then boom, right as I'm saying that, we get ourselves a great one. It felt like it was meant to be, and this was probably one of the most insane encounters I've ever had with a great one in Call of the Wild, and I cannot wait to see if we can manage to get ourselves some more just like that, hopefully with better rack and antler combination, as this is probably one of my bottom of the barrel combinations. It's not exactly one I wanted, but not gonna lie, the fallow deer are so good that even the ones that I didn't really care too much about still look incredible. And the more I look at the Fabled Golden, I am starting to like it more. I do love how it's got the little dots on the back, like it's got these beautiful little orange spots that really do set it apart from the commons. And then, of course, you got that super fluffy, bulky body and the kind of golden hue. At first, I thought it looked way too much like a common, but honestly, it doesn't look like them nearly as much as I thought it did, since they did the complete rework on all of the fallow deer. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think of this great one down in the comments below. Let me know which one of the great ones is your favorite. Is it the fallow deer, the moose, the red deer, the bear, the whitetail? Which one have you enjoyed watching the most, and which one have you enjoyed grinding for the most yourself? If you guys appreciate the work that goes into being a full-time content creator, posting daily content and daily live streams here on the channel, consider subscribing, as it really does help out a ton, and also leave a like and a comment, as that really will help push this video out to more viewers, and in turn help me continue to be able to make daily content. Thank you all so much, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace!